shoes on. What's he going, Fred? Hey, Blue. Don't have any treats. Hi, Blue boy. Boy. Good. Alright, you guys.
Well, our amazing neighbors let us pick up their horse for a test drive, and they made us cookies. So it's gonna be a good day. We got a new horse to ride and some fresh baked homemade cookies.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Thank you, Mary.
Well, we have a surprise today. We've got something a little bit different. We're gonna go out for a ride. We got Riata in the trailer, and then we've got a horse in the trailer, but one you guys haven't met yet. So this is Taz. He's a 7-year-old. He is kind of a mutt as far as breeding goes. His mama, I believe, was half Appaloosa, half quarter horse. I might be wrong on that. She was like 14 3 hands, and his dad was a blazer horse, which those are a newish breed. I think they were developed in the 60s, the 1960s, and they're a mix between a thoroughbred, a Morgan, a quarter horse, and a Shetland pony, actually, which is kind of funny. And so his dad was a blazer. He was 13 3 hands, and somehow Taz came out and he's 16-1. So our neighbors have owned him since he was a foal, and like I said, he's now 7 years old. And anyway, they're thinking about moving him to a new home. They just don't use him that much, and so today we're going to take him out for a little ride and give him a tryout. So far he's done really well. He just loaded right up. He's a super sweet horse. He's kind of cool. He's like a dun, appy sort of coloring, but yeah, big old boy. And I've never ridden him before, so we're going to see how this goes. He's been standing around in the pasture mostly, they said, so we'll see. Anyway, we'll have fun, get him out, go for a little trail ride. Riata can make a new friend today. Okay. Dip, right there. Good boy. Nice. How the heck did he come out of a 14 3-hand mare and a 13 3-hand stud? They feed their horses too good. That's what they say. All their horses are big like this. I don't know what they feed them over there, but
We need some for Josie.
we need some for Josie. Huh, you're a big dude. He's doing good. He really doesn't know us at all. We've only met him a couple times and just briefly, so. You're all right, Riata. He is so cute. Look at him. What's it like being next to a tall horse? This is you and Mesa's future.
I know, Mesa will be like this, maybe.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, actually. I like a nice big horse. Riata is about this tall.
We'll tie her on the other side so we don't have to compare.
We should tie her over here just to look.
No, she looks like a pony.
Like a little pony mule. Man, he's so calm. For being around new people, a new equine.
New trailer.
He's
New
just
everything.
like taking it all in. His eye is soft. I really like his color too. It's kind of cool.
Don't get your head caught over.
Kind of unique. Good boy. All right, let's unload Riata donkey.
That is so striking in the summertime.
She is. Look at those stripes.
Her pretty awesome striping on her leg. We get asked all the time if she's part zebra, and she's not. Her mom was a quarter horse and her dad was a mammoth donkey, so she is a mule. No zebra breeding at all.
You can tell she's a mule by the way she likes her ears scratched.
Yeah, the big ears give it away. She is a dun though, and she has that primitive dun gene coming out. That's where those stripes come from on her leg, and the transverse stripe on her shoulder, and also her dorsal stripe that runs all the way down her backbone and even clear down into her tail, which is pretty cool.
A lot of times just in passing out on the trails, people will be like, is that a zonkey? And my response is always, no, she's just a dun mule. But I always wonder how often people think I just say, she's just a dumb mule. But she's a dun mule is what she is.
You
Not
gotta
a
really,
dumb mule.
yeah,
You're not dumb.
make sure you're saying it clearly so people don't think you're calling your mule dumb.
She's a dumb mule.
Good girl, Riata. Dude, like a glove, man. Look at that wither. Get spoiled. Mules don't have much for withers. Don't need the britching on this. I'll let my cinch out a little. A little bit thicker.
One thing I like about him right off the bat is, even though you can kind of see a little bit of whites around his eyes from, I assume, from his appy blood, his eye is so soft and sweet, and he just stands here and takes everything in. He's with a new mule, new people, new place, new trailer,
New saddle.
new saddle, and he's just standing there kind of taking it all in, just chill as could be. He's a cool horse.
Yeah, that's a good thing to talk about. A lot of people will see the whites of a horse's eye, which definitely, if a horse is nervous, a lot of times you will see the whites of their eye, and that's a good way to tell. But there's certain horses, like I had a paint horse that was the calmest horse ever. This guy, he's got some appy influence in him, and you can see a lot of white around basically his whole eye all the time. So that's something to note, that just because you can see the whites of his eye doesn't mean he's stressed out right now. So it's more important to look at kind of that muscle around their eye, their eyebrows, just their general face, around their jaws will get tight, so you can see all that kind of tightness instead of that nice relaxed, almost sleepy look, even though the whites of his eyes are still showing. So anyway, we're not worried about that. That's just how he is. Get you cinched up here, Ben. You got a fly bug in you. Yeah. So the story with this horse, our neighbors like to ride over and visit us. We enjoy visiting with them, and the other day they brought this guy over. And anyway, she said that she would like to look for a new home, but not just to anyone, and that they really think that we would make him a nice home, and so they offered him to us for a good deal. And so we haven't made up our mind yet. We're gonna ride him today, and we have a really busy fall, so we probably wouldn't take him until like December, just so he didn't have to stand around our house. But we'll see how he does today. He's super sweet. I really like him already, just like his personality, his disposition. He seems like a really sweet boy. And you look good in this saddle, buddy. Okay. Like this is. Yeah, I'm sure you're fine with it, but ready? Okay, good. Oh gosh. Hold on, we gotta get your rear end. I know. You're okay. Oh, good boy. I know. I'm sorry. A little bit more. There you go. You did it. Good boy. There you go. All those darn flies. There we go. We gotta just trim this thing. Okay, buddy. Nice little short ears. There you go. There you go. Look how cute you look. Goodness. Check the cinch again. Well, he doesn't seem to have much extra energy. There you go. One more. No more. Nice, buddy. Good job.
The field way up there is weather all right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Wait for it. This is the thing. She might back up a little differently than I do. I don't put any leg pressure on him. She might bump him. I don't know. Because she had him backing up real fast, so he might just not. He might be trained a little differently than how I ride, so definitely give him some grace today. But he's got some things going for him. I think there's a few little holes for, you know, our system and stuff and what we do, but man, he feels really calm, which I like a lot. So he feels calm. He feels maybe a little bit green on like the fancier maneuvers and stuff, but he's trying and he's letting down now. You know, he got just a little bit worried with me asking for stuff. I asked for it in a different way, I'm sure, and so anyway, now he's coming down off that, so he's good. He came right down off that, so I like his brain so far. And he really is pretty light. Like there, he's already, you know, he's trying to figure it out now. Like I don't really need to put any more pressure on him, just wait for him to find that. So he's really pretty light. There you go, that was it. Clyde's 15, almost 15.3, but this guy's 16.1 and just pretty big. And his stride is like enormous. It's like we're walking, he's like, whoo, whoo. It feels awesome. It feels like we can go places real fast. So I like it. Alright, here we go.
What's our plan for the ride?
Don't really have too much of a plan. We're just gonna go up in some of this cool country, and the main thing is just testing him out, seeing how he does out on the trails with a new person, testing out like does he neck rein, how responsive is he spooky, that sort of stuff. So far it's pretty chill.
Let's see that trot.
Okay, let's get through these rocks. We'll pick this up. Such a long stride. There's no gate anymore. There you go. Keep going. boy. Back up just a little. There you go, Tazzers. Nice job, Riata.
So far, Taz is doing awesome. He's been kind of riding beside and behind Riata, but we're going to check and see how he does in the lead now. Still super early in the ride, but just out of curiosity, what do you guys think so far? If it was up to you, would you keep Taz or would you wait and look for another one? We sure like him so far. Riata really likes him.
It's really been worked.
Oh wow.
It's not an arrowhead, but it's a flake.
Hold it in the sun there. That's cool.
Almost looks like. That's cool. Long ways up here.
No kidding.
Not super great standing still now. At least not yet. I mean, he don't know me, so some of this could just be because he doesn't know.
Yeah, for sure. One thing we really enjoy doing is going out and looking for deer and elk shed antlers. They drop their antlers every year. Deer usually in January, and elk usually like March or April. And we like to go out. We usually find more on foot, but it's sure fun to go out with mules and horses and ride around and look for sheds that way. We really enjoy that. I think Taz would be a good one for it.
Here. He's out shaking. Boy, buddy. I like his little frosty mane. Well, so far so good on this guy. He's a little out of shape, but he's got a big motor, and he's pretty fun to ride. He's nice and chill, really. I mean, man, I feel, you know, pretty safe on him, so that's awesome. And he's definitely got some things to learn and pick up on, but, you know, this is the first time I've ever ridden him. He doesn't know me, I don't know him, so considering, he's just doing awesome. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's cute, I like him.
He really comes down pretty good.
He does. Yeah, he'll get a little bit maybe worried about something, and then he really comes down fast, which I like that. Means he's really thinking and like regulating himself, so he's not just staying up and then getting frantic, and so that's awesome. He's already back down to being like, okay, we're all right, you know. So yeah, I think he's got a good solid mind, which is awesome. That's a good thing to start with for sure. You can teach him all the little maneuvers and things like that, but getting that solid mind on him is something that they kind of either have it or they don't. A big powerful guy.
Yeah, he is.
You got Jason, who only ever wants to ride his one mule, who doesn't enjoy riding new equines. And then you have me that loves riding a lot of new equines. I like riding my own equines too, but it's kind of fun to ride different ones.
It's true. I get a lot of fulfillment and enjoyment out of building a partnership with, like, Riata in this case. And it's just not the same for me to ride someone else's. It's like, I don't know. It's not a horse that I really enjoy. It's like my horse, or in this case, my mule. So it's really true. I really don't have a lot of interest in riding other people's equines. I like to look at them though. And I'm having fun watching Alyssa work with old Taz.
The main thing Taz struggles with is being left behind or heading out on his own. He gets a little worried and tries to throw a bit of a fit. I'm heading out away from Riata and Jason to test his threshold and see how he reacts when he starts to get anxious. We don't go too far before it becomes a little bit too much for him. At least we now know. If we move forward with purchasing him, this is something we'll need to keep in mind and give him lots of help with. Clyde was exactly like this, actually worse, when we first got him. But he's really improved with consistency. So this is an issue we've dealt with before. It's pretty normal for horses to feel anxious when alone. After all, they are herd animals. With a truck coming down the road, we decide to ride back together because we aren't sure how Taz will react to the rattly truck coming towards him.
We'll just stand here and watch him go by. I saw it. I got it on film too.
Yeah.
It's a little baby hop.
That's when you teach him. He doesn't really know how, but if we do get him, that's when I just roll the fronts, roll the hinds, roll the fronts, roll the hinds, and we just do a ton of that until he can settle down. Because pulling back with two hands is not going to help him at all. That's what's causing him to jig. He's not my horse. This is the first time we've ridden him, so I'm just doing my best to kind of keep him in a straight line for today. But there's definitely tools we have in our tool belt to help him work through that kind of stuff. Because it shouldn't be a big deal to ride, 50 yards apart from each other. So,
well, we just stopped and talked to a super nice cowboy. He lives around here and runs cows up in this country. And he told us about two really cool things that are up this canyon behind us. He said there's a huge archway that you could drive a stock truck through, or just about. And he also said there's an old horse trap from when people used to trap these wild horses up here, or feral horses. They'd round them up in this country. So on a future video, we'll have to come up here and look for that archway and the horse trap. But we're not going to make it up there today with old Taz. We're going to quit while we're ahead. But make sure you hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It helps us a lot, and we have a lot of fun stuff planned in the future. Nice turn. All right, there's a couple more things we want to check out on him. I know we want to see how well he moves out, like at the trot, and maybe even try and get a lope out of him. Is there anything else you wanted to check?
Yeah, I think just his the main thing so far that we've noticed is he's pretty herd bound, what some people would call herd bound. He wants to be next to Riata even though he just met her. So just getting that, I like to say it's like a rubber band, just getting that rubber band stretched without it snapping. So his mindset, getting him away where he gets a little tight and worried, working around and then being like, hey, we're good. And then we can come back down. That's what we're working on. So this is a lot of, you know, circles and serpentines through the sage and just moving him away from the others and then coming back and doing that over and over again, and he'll be good to go. But he doesn't do anything crazy about it. He just gets a little hot. He gets a little bothered, and then like now he's coming back down. So, but he's a good boy. He tries to be a good boy. Doesn't do anything too crazy. He just gets a little anxious. So I'll take him out. You can see what I'm talking about. I've done this a couple times now, and if I feel like he wants to go too fast, I'll just take him in a circle around some sage. Make it a big deal. We slowly make our way back towards Riata, but at my speed, not his. So he's kind of green even though he's 7, and just doing a lot of serpentines around sage. Stuff like that is what he needs. So sagebrush is perfect for that. You work on your circles. There we go. And we're just going to stand here, away from Riata. This is our good spot right here. Not over next to her. So if this is really bad, I could go work him in some circles, make that a little harder to be over there, come over here and rest. But he's starting to get it already. We've only ridden him a day, so he doesn't know us. We don't really know him. So we're just trying to get along. But he's doing good. I'm just gonna move him around a little bit. This ground isn't super great. It's a little rocky, but I'm gonna trot him in a circle. He's got shoes on, so he should be okay. And just see how he moves off, if we can trot a circle well. Just kind of see what he knows. He's a sweetheart. I think he just needs a lot of time under saddle. Like, he doesn't stay super centered. He's just kind of green, you know, but I think he's a kind horse. And I think, like, mentally, he's naturally not over the top anxious. He just gets anxious when, like, Riata leaves him or whatever. And he hasn't quite figured out how to cope with that. But, you know, a lot of those just serpentines and the sagebrush and circles and stuff like that, a lot of that, it's going to, it's really going to help him, I think. There we go. Yeah. The reins are a little long. Boy.
It's so nice because that's exactly what they told us. They said he just doesn't get the miles that he needs, but he's a sweet horse and a good boy. He does have a little bit of energy, but he's a good horse. It's nice to be riding a horse from someone that you know is honest. It makes the process, the decision-making process, a lot simpler.
Yeah, this was all expected, and they're super honest, and I don't think they're not trying to pull something over on us or anything like that. It just, they don't use him enough, and he just really needs to be used. So, but yeah, he's a sweet horse. Really friendly, like out in the pasture. I mean, he just wants to be hanging out with people, so he's a nice guy. She said he was real touchy to bugs, and you've probably seen him kicking around. That's just because he's got flies on him, and he is real sensitive to bugs. So, you know, you just gotta watch out. You don't park another horse right behind him or get kicked if you're going behind him and he just doesn't realize you're there. But I don't think he'd do anything, you know, on purpose, anything mean on purpose. So, good boy.
All right, before you try and lope him, give me 3 tips that come to mind if you're going to buy a new horse. 3 things you look for.
3 things. Man, I have way more than 3 things.
Top 3 that you think of.
Top 3 that I think of. Ooh, that's a tough one. When you get there, I don't like it if they're already tied up. You know, especially if they're already tacked up. That's kind of a red flag, because they probably already worked him around, or at least maybe he's hard to catch, something like that. I don't know. I think the main thing is like get a feel for the people more so than the horse, because you could really like the horse and it might look good, but if you get a bad vibe from them, they're probably hiding something from you, and it's going to come out later, whether it's a lameness or something that horse does. But if they won't let you like try the horse out multiple times, then I would caution you against buying that horse. Trying that horse out in different environments, going and hauling it somewhere, you know, like these folks, they're like, yeah, come pick him up and take him for a trail ride. And that tells us right there that they're really not worried about him doing anything, or at least they've got confidence in us that, you know, he's not going to be too much for us. So they are looking for the right home for him just because of some of the things he does. But, you know, it's like they've seen us ride, and they feel like we could handle him, and I definitely feel like we could handle him and help him out, and so I think it'd be a good fit. But yeah, I just get a feel for the situation. If you get a bad feeling, trust that, because there's a lot of shady people out there, and I've seen a lot of people get burned, and it's hard to narrow it down to 3. But yeah, just be careful. Do your due diligence. Get a vet check. You know, if you don't know a lot about horses, find someone that does to come out there and look at it with you. They can pick up on little things that you might not be able to. So, yeah, just be careful and do your homework and do the best you can.
One little tip I would add on top of Alyssa's really good tips is also get a feel for the equine you're looking at. Like Taz, he has had some moments where he gets a little amped up, but you can kind of tell just by looking at his face and his eye that he wants to be a good horse. And if you've been around horses and mules a little bit, you can get a feel for him pretty good, and I'd say trust your gut in that situation. All right, let's see if Taz wants to lope a little bit. We're going out here where it's not gravel, good footing, nice dirt road here. How'd it feel?
Good. You felt like you maybe hadn't loped for a while. One more time. Do not be silly this time.
How's he feel?
I like his lope when he's not being silly. Man, it's just nice big, long, smooth stride. Like, we're covering some ground compared to us and Clyde, and he really wasn't going very fast at all. He was just a nice lope. See, this right here is something we need to work on, you know? It's like he's anxious, having a hard time standing still, so we'll just do a lot of serpentines and rolling the hinds, rolling the fronts. If he was our horse, this is what we do just to get him, see if he can stand, leave him alone. If he can't, then we'd work on doing something. Yeah, stand, leave him alone. If you can't, go back, doing something. But I mean, this is all he really needs. He just needs to be rode a lot. He just needs to be like, hey, you can hold your feet still. Like, yeah, Riata's over there, but it's not the end of the world. There, see, that's better already. So he's gonna move again in here in a sec like that. But it's like, that's all he needs. He's not being naughty. He just gets a little bothered. But he's not throwing a fit totally or anything. He threw a little bit of a fit up there, but nothing crazy. So, and yeah, I mean, it's nothing that I'm worried about or feel like we can't handle. If you were a green rider, I wouldn't suggest this horse.
Wouldn't suggest him yet.
Yeah, like give it a little time and then he'll get over this stuff, and with his naturally calm mind, I think he'll make someone a really nice horse. You just, you know, he needs help getting this sorted out for a little while. And then once he figures this out and he can be okay by himself, he's got a little more confidence, then he'll be really good. So, he'll be really good. There. Yeah, she's still over there. She hasn't left yet. There, he's already standing, so.
Well, that was an awesome day. Special thank you to Jim and Mary for letting us borrow your horse and give him a real true tryout. That was super fun. We love him. But I want to know what you guys think. You guys watching, drop a comment below. Would you buy old Taz or would you pass and look for a different one? Kind of tough to beat a big old beautiful horse like that guy.